So hey everyone, I I am jumping on because I went to this workshop and it talked about like you gotta get out there and do what you were created to do, even at the risk of bad exposure, a bad experience, embarrassment. Like when you were called to something, you're just gonna have a little bit of unrest until you get out there and do it. So this is me doing this, and I'll be doing it every single day for the next 30 days. And I'm inviting you to come and be a part of this 30-day challenge to get some change uh, and to get you moving towards what you too were created to do. And so I know everybody's Thanksgiving week, everybody's consumed with prepping, what to cook, what they gonna eat, how you gonna dress down in the living room. But I think more than just of a week of Thanksgiving reflection, honor to Native Americans, I think that there is something that could happen in this week, in this month, that could categorically shift and change and alter the course of your lives. And so part of that is knowing what you were created and called to do. And so I'm Rose, and I'm called to change lives and laws for people who work with and through and around what I've coined as work wounds. Work wounds are these mindsets and kind of microaggressions and agitations based on either your own or someone that you know experiences in the workplace that has kind of negatively affected your life. And so, um, what am I called to do with this? I think that I'm going to actually disrupt the actual workplace, but by empowering people to pursue more than a paycheck, but to also pursue their purpose. And so, and then I plan to integrate kingdom principles into the workplace for those who are not called to be entrepreneurs per se, but entrepreneurs who are called to work in the market, in industry, in the workplace, to where the principles and practices that we have are safe for all people, especially God's people. So these work wounds. Um, Kind of have I got my first job when I was 10. I worked at Voice of Hope. It was this really cool program where you got to like do these different chores around the nonprofit organization and you got to earn a salary for doing it, build community, learn how to some financial planning and management, how to give honor to God by giving your tithes, things like that. But from the very first time that I was 10 years old and got my first paycheck, the first piece of cash in my hand, I have been driven by money. And so, like we said, work wounds don't just impact you, they kind of touch everyone around you. So, their drive for acknowledgement, for money, um, is really impacting my life. So, for instance, I left my 10-day old preemie daughter at home because I went to work when she was 10 days old, born 6 weeks early. So, this challenge is for those of you who have maybe a love hate relationship with work. You work because it provides something, a paycheck, but you're not just after the paycheck. Something deep in you knows you should be also working in pursuit of something. And I think what that something is purpose. So you're not lacking a paycheck, or maybe you are lacking a paycheck. Maybe you're laid off. Maybe you got terminated. Maybe you are lacking a paycheck. But more than lacking a paycheck, you're lacking purpose. More than your finances are upside down, you're lacking fulfillment. You can't figure out why you dread going to the office on Mondays. And trust me, it's not because we have a 5-day work week. You looking for trips and other jobs in between checking emails. You already have a saved draft. It's per my last email. And some of these jobs may be meeting your financial needs, but leaving your fulfillment needs really empty. And so this is an opportunity over the next 30 days, like to explore work, good work, because some of us do really good work. We do really good work in our homes, really good work in our schools, in our communities. But then I want us to take a look at an opportunity to do real work, because there's a difference between good work and real work. And you can be doing really good work at fueling and advancing someone else's dreams and goals and their purpose. But I would like us over these next 30 days to think about the real work that God had in mind, his intentions and his thoughts about us uniquely, individually, what we will contribute. And that's what I'm coining real work. The real work, why God created you. And so don't be tardy to the table, because this is a table that everyone can eat from. The next 30 days, 3 to 10 minute candid conversations and questions. Think of it as like a business brunch, kind of, where you'll get some business and personal development bites. You can kind of leverage this time on your lunch break. I'll answer questions if you have questions about some of your endeavors, and I'll give you an opportunity to do some introspection and reflection to figure out what am I called to do? How am I called to do it, and how do I get started doing it? Because I truly believe that you were called to have influence, and to make an impact that you can't even quite fathom. And I'm going to give you some of my stories about my life and things that have transpired in my life that um, have just shifted, my life. And so I want us to think about this over the next 30 days, and I don't want to do it alone. I want to do it with you. So see you tomorrow at 12:30.